was you.
Cock that motherfucker back,
What's up,
kid.
everybody? I am Kayy Simone. Alongside me, I have my main man, of course, Ali John. You guys are now tuned into yet another season of Champions Corner. We had a dope first season. We're on season number two. Already. We got so much sauce coming. Make sure you guys stay tuned.
Too much sauce.
Our guest today, Young Benny, is in the building.
What up, what up?
As I was saying before, definitely had to get you on the show.
Appreciate you having me.
Yes. You want to let everybody know where you're from?
I'm from Caldwell, New Jersey. It's Essex County. So,
Nice.
yeah, up north.
Okay.
Around that area, yeah.
No.
For a little geography, what's Caldwell? Give us like the neighboring cities and towns next to Caldwell.
So you got Verona, Montclair, Bloomfield, Glen Ridge, just going down Bloomfield Avenue right into Newark. So
All right, cool.
What
not
was
too
it
far from the city.
like growing up there?
It was nice. It's just, it's a quiet town,
Yeah.
just a sports town. Big with football, big with like soccer, basketball, all those types of sports. So
Nice. So you play sports?
So I did in college, but I didn't in high school. I actually missed out on sports. Yeah.
What?
So
That's so backwards.
I know. It's like I don't know. My whole life is backwards. I'm like Benjamin Button. So no, I didn't play in any sports in high school or anything. I rollerbladed, aggressive rollerbladed.
What?
Yeah, we were talking about that before, and it was definitely aggressive.
What does like aggressive rollerblading entail?
So it's like you grind rails, you jump off ramps,
Oh, hell no.
do. Yeah, I got edits online, so if you want to, feel free to look at them. Just type my name in.
What? Have you ever broke, fractured, sprained, anything?
I got lucky that I didn't break anything big,
Nice.
but I broke like a finger,
That's not
cracked my ribs probably a couple times, but that was it.
Why you say it so casually? I just broke my fingers, cracked a little rib over here.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So, he ain't break his entire leg or nothing. Like, you feel me?
Look, I know dudes that like legit like. You remember that show Scarred?
Yes.
I wasn't friends with the kids on. Like I know a couple kids that were on that. Like I wasn't friends with them, but like I've seen them around like skating and skate parks with me, and like they like broke there.
I could never watch that show. Like I always be like this. Oh.
Yeah. I used to,
Yeah,
Damn, what'd he break? Like, it was,
like that shit was like heavy.
Crazy. Oh my God. Well, we're not even here for a sports interview. You are actually a rapper, artist, musician, which is dope.
Thank you.
When did you get into that?
Taking it serious this past February. So recording about not even a year yet. It'll be a year. February 1st, I believe, is my first recording session.
Nice. Early anniversary.
Thank you. I always loved it. Like one of my boys in high school, we would like record on his computer like at his house and stuff, but it was like 2009 and no one knew what they were doing. So
of course.
I actually just got my hands on that little mixtape. It's funny. Yeah. But he actually ended up passing away, so I kind of wanted to like, it's all right. I wanted to like carry that through him. So, I didn't do it for a long time, but I eventually came full circle back around. So, he'll always be an inspiration of, why I do it. So
Right.
For you only to be rapping seriously for a year, the music is really, really good.
Thank you.
From production, beat selection, quality to rapping ability, it's all very, very, very
I really
good.
appreciate that, man. Thank you.
I appreciate you for putting out such good music.
It's
like,
I put a lot of time and effort into it, and I found like a great studio in Highland Park. Shout out to DLM recording studio. They know what they're doing over there. Justin is a great engineer, and he's from when we started to where we are now is like night and day. So he keeps getting better and making my shit sound real good. And as long as I put in the time and effort to really like create the creative bars and storylines that I whatever comes in my mind, then it's only gonna go up, I hope.
Dope. It was crazy because I was watching someone's Insta story. And they were posting him, and it was like, yo, he's fire. Usually you just sitting on your phone, you just scrolling. I popped up, I was like, get his fucking Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how dope that you were, like, your performances. For you to just start, like, what was it like for you to hit the stage for the first time?
You know what? It was like, my first show was in Sunnyvale, Brooklyn. Yeah, it was. It was at a really nice bar actually. It had like a pretty big stage. Like, good crowd came, and since I played football, I kind of like was all week leading up to that preparing like it was like a football game, right? I had to like perform under lights with people watching, and just go in and perform. And I was nervous going up to it, but once I touched the stage, like, I didn't want to make a fool out of myself, so I just had to like, I was like, all right, let's just do this, like, and it was good. It was a good show. I think I surprised like a lot of, my family came and they were like, wow, like you could do this, like, it was like, it was really funny to see that. It's a side of that, like side of me that they never saw. So it was cool to see that. I have.
What was that after conversation like? Like when you hit the car with your mom and your whole family.
They were just like, "What?" like well, you did really good. And I was like, they're like, "Yeah, you exceeded like what we thought you were gonna do the first time." So it was good to hear that.
Nice.
I definitely had, that was a good performance. I've had up and down ones too along the way. Like I try to do as many shows as I can, like since that first one. So I think I have total right now like 14 under my belt since July.
That's
so it's
great.
like, including like a couple open mics and, 3 set shows and stuff. I did 2 shows at SOBs, and that's an experience in itself. So
what was that like? 'Cause it's a heavy stage right
It's
there.
a heavy stage, yeah. Like, I don't like to get the moment like too big or, too low or whatever. So like I just try to like, take it in and just do what I had to do. And it's, it's when I'm up there like spitting bars, I was spitting in my living room like a couple weeks prior. Like I'm like, holy shit, I'm doing this at SOBs like in New York City in front of people that like don't know who I am or whatever. So it's like, it's crazy.
It's lit.
But I kind of like that too sometimes. I get more nervous around people that I do know when I'm rapping rather than who I don't know.
Right.
It's like I think that like because their criticism is like,
it means a lot more.
Yeah, exactly.
So like how was the conversation like with your parents and your loved ones when you said, hey, I want to take this seriously right now?
It's funny, I never really had it with them. Like, I was telling my mom, like, I was like, hey, I'm just gonna like go to this recording studio. And she's like, oh, that's cool, And then I started like showing her songs. She's like, sounds good, but like I think you need to do something a little bit more with it, and a little more melodies and singing with it. And then like a couple songs that I recorded right away, like, she didn't like. But then as I started progressing, I started doing the singing hooks and stuff. She like started catching more interest. She's like, like this sounds pretty good, like, And I was like, yeah, I'm like full fledged with it, and she, she supports it. So, my dad too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So for people who have not seen you perform as of yet, how would you explain your performances? What can they expect?
It's a good question. As far as like songs go and stuff, or like what they expect from just me.
You.
High energy, I like, sometimes I got to work on is like, not really feeling the crowd too much. Like I got to perform at the highest point no matter what the crowd is doing. Because a lot of the times like they're just like standing there doing nothing, and it's like that kind of affects an artist because it's like, wow, like should I not be up here right now? Like, it's kind of hard. But I gotta like kind of tune that out. But for the most part, like what if I'm like really on point and like I'm having like a good show, I could feel that within like the first like, seconds of the first hook or first bar, and you're gonna get like a good show, I think.
I think with you, they probably just don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
So then as you get into it, everyone starts to get riled up.
Yeah, exactly right. It's like, oh wow, like this, they don't know, like coming out of left field here.
Right. So who were like some of your musical influences growing up?
Man, I have a lot. Eminem was one of them. I like Blink-182. I like Limp Bizkit. I like a lot of bands like that. I've always been into rap. 50 Cent was huge. More of like recent years, like in probably from like high school on. Drake was huge. I started listening to Kendrick Lamar in 2012 when he came out with Section 80. So like I thought that was like an incredible mixtape what he had. Those guys like I think do it the right way. So like to see them do what they do, I kind of like want to like not like obviously bite their style or anything. Like I would never want to do that, but like definitely inspired by like what they do, because Drake could take you down memory lane with singing, and then he can come at you with like some heavy shit, and Kendrick's just like Kendrick. So I just think that's like one of the biggest things that I get inspired by.
You dropped a lot. Well, a lot. I could say a lot of singles.
Yeah.
In 2019.
Yep.
Definitely storytelling, which you mentioned before. So how was that thought process for you when you hit the studio?
So I actually I do it in my living room first. Like I get with all like that's like my creative space. So that's just really, I find the stories like, I don't know, I hear a beat and it's just like, wow, like I feel something from it. You know what I'm saying? Like I can feel like that emotional connection with that beat. So it's like that song we were just playing, Nothing Is Forever. Like the second I heard that, I'm like, wow. Like I thought immediately, like, wow, one of my best friends that like I'm not really friends with anymore. And then like all the issues that I'm going through in the second verse, like I just immediately knew like this is it. Like I've already had like I kind of realized I pick the bars before sometimes I hear the beat. I like to move bars around a lot and like definitely some stories around like to see what fits where. Yeah. So I heard that and I already had a couple of things planned out and I was like, wow, this is gonna fit really nice. And then I was just like singing the hook one time and it was just like, oh, this is all gonna come together nicely. So
that chorus though, I'm not gonna be here forever. Yeah. Like what exactly was running through your mind as you were writing that? That's deep.
Yeah, I know. I was in a pretty sad, depressed spot when I made that. Like it was, just things weren't really clicking at the time with like, myself and where I wanted to like, I couldn't really see where I was like going in a direction. Like this is all recent, but like, I haven't talked to my friend in a long time. Like, he got into like some stuff as far as like, drugs here and there, and he took care of himself. He went off, but like things were never really the same after that. Like I don't know why. I couldn't really tell you why, but we just like kind of like fell out of touch, and it is what it is. So like, when I'm saying like, oh, if you want me back, you got to let me know because I'm not going to be here forever. Like, this doesn't last forever. So I was just like, basically that's what it is. Like.
And a lot of you pick a lot of like soulful beats. It's like you feel it like as soon as the song comes on, either it's a melody or you hear somebody singing, and then the bars you kind of fit the bars around that. One of my favorite songs that you had that actually was just listened to over is I Hope This Helps. How did you even like what space were you in when you wrote that, and like how did you even like piece that together like you did? Because you told a lot of stories in that one.
That one's another one of my favorite ones. Just like I had an idea of like, so I kind of mentioned it in a couple songs. In Hard Work I mentioned it where I'm like, Mama, I hope this helps. At the end of that, I'm just praying on my words type stuff. So like I don't know, I kind of like think that like my mom's had like the short end of the stick for a lot of years. Things have like kind of like not really gone her way, and like I'm witnessing that. Same with my dad. Like my brother is autistic, so like I was thinking of like something where I want music to take me to a level where I'm able to help them and like make them comfortable for forever. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have to worry about anything, and that's where I Hope This Helps came from, and it was just it went from there really. Yeah. I really do hope this helps. It's like it sounds cliche, but it's real shit. So
now, thus far, has your music helped bring any of these relationships either back together or somewhat piece them? Or
nah, I mean, yeah, not really.
Well, it's coming. It's coming.
I mean, like like I said, like my mom like heard that and like she gets real emotional. She was like, "You really feel like that?" Like stuff like that. And it's I'm gonna be brutally honest in a lot of the songs. Like I think that like if I give you all of me of what I'm really thinking, then and what I'm going through, I think it's good content, one, and I'm not only doing it for that, but I'm really just expressing myself. Exactly. It's therapy to like get that out there, you know what I'm saying? And like
even for her to say like you really feel this way is like she didn't know until you put it all in your music.
Right. So. It's like almost like you could hear like the struggles that I'm going through as far as like seeing stuff, and it's
an important part of your journey, though.
It is.
Yeah, it is. I think because like when I first started in February, I was doing just like party rap songs. Like I go to the studio and like I would record like a 1 minute freestyle or like 1 minute 20-second freestyle of just like bars that really just like sounded good together, but like they didn't make sense. And my one friend Josh actually was like, "Yo, like you have a story to tell. Like why don't you just like try to piece that into there?" And I was like, he's right. Yeah. And then like of course like I tried forcing it at first, and I'm like, this shit doesn't work. So I really just found myself in a creative space and was like, all right, I hope this helps. I meant to say before, sorry. I had a mixtape idea where I was like, I'm going to make a mixtape called I Hope This Helps. And that was going to be the last song on there. Like, I'm surprised it came like together that nicely at the, at the end of it where it just like all like syncs up together and, just has that little dramatic outro. So,
super dope.
Yeah.
And you said that's one of your favorite singles you dropped.
Yeah. I Hope This Helps and Nothing Is Forever. Like that's like, those two were meaningful to me, you know? A lot of soul in that one.
Right. Do you feel like it's easier to kind of express your emotions to people in music than rather just, sit down and kind of like verbally have a one-on-one with them?
I think so. Yeah, I do. Because, I don't know, like that's something I got to get better at. I got to be able to like communicate like what I'm going through because I keep a lot of things bottled up. And then like, that it all comes out through the music. So it's like, that's something I need to get better at. Like I want to be more
verbal,
transparent, as far as me communicating with my issues and like if I have a problem with somebody or I'm going through something, like I want to be able to tell someone that like might not offend them as much in a song.
That's true. I think that's something we all need to work on.
I feel like we all have those things that we deal with and we're not really verbal with them. So that's why I feel like it's always good for people to put it in their music because even if it's not getting it out in the right way, it's getting it off of your chest and off of your conscience, and it makes you feel better.
Yeah,
makes you feel like
for sure.
Feel me? It's almost like therapy.
I'm not doing it for show, really. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no.
I mean, I want to spread my music, but at the same time, like I said, it is therapy.
Exactly.
So it's yeah.
So your song "Hard Work," I noticed when you performed at El Toro Loco, South Plainfield, that song was like the one that everyone was bopping to because I don't know, it's something about the chorus, like, and it's like you didn't even do it on purpose.
Yeah,
everyone just knew like I work hard, like hard work.
Yeah.
Like, that shit was just booming.
It's such a simple chorus that like it's just like
and everybody can relate to it. That's everybody can relate to it.
You work hard and play that song.
So when you perform, do you perform that one a lot?
Yeah, I've been performing like a mixture of Hard Work, I Hope This Helps, Nothing Is Forever, and Outer Space.
Okay.
Yeah, so Outer Space is like a fun one to do.
That's dope.
So like when you're not doing music, what do you like to get into? What are your hobbies? Like what is Benny like outside of just, music?
It's funny, man. Someone asked me that the other day and it was like I'm working so much at my like regular job, it's my personal training job, so like the hours are wild. Like I'll work like some days like 6 a.m. to 12, then I'll have like a 2-hour break, then go back from like 3:30 to 8:30 at night.
Yeah.
And won't get home till 10 o'clock. So it's like I do that a lot, and then I'm trying to fit music in between there that I actually kind of like don't have a lot of hobbies right now. And it's like I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because like I don't want to burn out from either or and not enjoy either one anymore.
Yeah.
So like I'm trying to find like a good balance of like, I played football, right? And we were talking about that before. My hobby was to lift, to get better at football.
Yeah.
Or, I don't want to sound like a party animal, but I like to go out and drink and shit.
We all like
to party and bullshit.
Time, you feel me?
But being that you're a personal trainer, right?
Yeah.
Which means you focus a lot on your body, eating healthy, I'm going to assume.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
So how do the two coincide, if they do, with being like a personal trainer, working on the exterior of your body, and then being an artist and working on the inside of you?
It's tough because I kind of lost like not to lie, like the motivation to really like work out right now because like I'm working so much in the gym and I'm working so much on music that I'm like dead tired.
Yeah.
And like I'm just like any chance I get to lay down I will, or like try and take a nap. It's like it's kind of hard, but
do you feel like that's something that artists should do though? Like work more on their bodies and their mental and being physically fit while being
100%.
a musician?
100%. I've seen so many people run out of breath on stage like when they're like doing their set because like they might not spit it like that in the studio. They might punch lines. I punched lines before in certain songs and like if you're really going fast, it's like, oh shit, like I might not make it right now. So you gotta like kind of like work your stamina up too.
Yeah.
But that's like a mental edge thing for sure. Like being mentally strong is the best thing you could probably be. If you're mentally strong, then you could do anything.
Yeah.
Do you feel like your background in sports kind of helped you be kind of helped you prepare mentally for, you know, what you're going through now in terms of music and personal training?
100%, man. Like we said before, like football was a game of life. You know, like you could do everything right and still lose at the end, or you could, you know, just teaches valuable lessons. Like you know, it's crazy. You know, and I think that, like, you know, I don't want to, like, I've been in it for like not a long time at all, to the point where, like, I shouldn't feel frustrated if things aren't popping off right now, or, like, you know, it's like I've been in this for 10 months now. It's like I don't really have like I got to pay my dues and really, you know, go through it before I start getting any type of recognition, really. Like, yeah, like people like the songs and stuff, but like I want, like, you know, damn, why am I not getting more followers, or like why are like the views down still? But it's just a matter of fact of like getting the songs out there into like a different audience too. So I'm just trying to get mentally prepared for that, you know. Yeah, it's a long grind, you know. Just like football was, though. Like, you know, I didn't play in high school, so I had to go from level 0 to, you know, get up to a collegiate level where I could play and start, and I did. But that grind didn't happen overnight either, and I had to remember that. Like, that took 4 years for me to get to, you know, go through community college, be working out the entire time, then finally get a shot at Kayy. And it was like, it took a long time, like a lot of, you know, sweat and tears and blood to go along with that, you know.
Right.
So
how does your social media play a part in you as a musician? Because it's very uniform for you to have, saying you just started.
Yeah.
So is it something that you're on all the time? You just post and go, or?
Yeah, I'm trying to get better with it. I try to post at least like a few stories a day, like promoting the music. I probably should post more on the actual feed.
Yeah.
But like I'm trying to find that balance of like, am I being annoying, or am I like not doing it enough? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know really where to go with it. You know, so I'm trying to find that balance. Like, I've been doing some, like, you know, promotions and stuff as far as like the business app on Instagram, or the setting is like really, it's key. You know, you could promote anything these days, and you could set your budget, you could set your audience. So it's like, I just got to find, you know, the times to post, all that stuff. So I'm getting better with it. You know, I'm seeing what's working for other people that are like, you know, starting to pop off a little more, trying to like mimic what they do as far as like their social media presence. Yeah. So
is it just you? Like, do you have a team, or are there people that help you?
So I have a manager out in LA. His name's Kevin, and yeah, he's a boy from like childhood and stuff, and he's into the music. He's been in the music industry before. Nice. I think he was telling me something like that along those lines. But he was like, he recognized the talent that I had, and he was like, yo, I want to rock with you. So he's been helping me, like, you know, pay, like, we split the cost of like shows and stuff, and like, you know, doing promotions and cover arts or whatever it may be. He's been helping me out a lot. So it's like, I really appreciate him. He's like, he's been a savior, because I don't know, like, he did the whole DistroKid thing, so where I could like upload my music to like, you know, every platform. So
he's not even in New Jersey.
He's not in New Jersey now. Yeah, he's been really like yeah.
That's definitely
great people like that are hard to come by too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, and it's super dope that you guys have this relationship, and he's across the country, near, but yet you guys still are able to lock in and connect and get business done. That's super dope.
Yeah,
super dope.
Have you got any traveling done as of yet?
As an artist, not really. No. Okay. I've been working with more bookings. I don't know if you've heard it.
Yeah, shout out to Scott.
Yeah, shout out to Scott. He's a good dude too. They're going on a little mini tour in March, and he asked me to be a part of it. So I'm gonna,
That's super dope.
Yeah, so we're gonna, I think, hit Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Philly, and DC. So that'll be my first time really outside of the tri-state area as an artist.
Super dope.
Yeah, it's exciting.
How is that gonna work with your trainees?
I don't know.
Just gonna kick them to the curb for a little
I'll write them the workout, and they could. We have a good enough relationship nowadays where they can fend for themselves.
Right back.
Yeah,
right back.
They might miss me though, honestly. They'll text me.
Or they might slack off a little bit, and you come back like,
nah. These people are like there. I have like 6 a.m. classes. Like, they're there. You know, we had a Christmas party, and I was out of commission like on Saturday morning. I actually missed, and they were like texting me. They're all mad at first, and then it was like, okay, well, we haven't heard from you. Are you actually okay? Like,
yeah, you know, like, let's get to the business of this first. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's like, because I was
you had a little fun.
I
had fun, yeah.
You had a little fun. So you had a little fun.
No training for us today.
Nah, none.
So as far as today's music, who is it that you listen to?
Oof. Still Drake.
Of course.
Yeah, I can't. That guy is just on like a different level.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, you know, I feel kind of sorry for him, like what happened as far as like that where he got booed off.
Who made that okay?
Yeah.
Like, when did we start booing Drake?
I figured out what it was, right? So basically, where there was at Camp Flognar or whatever it is, right? That's, you know, Tyler Creator's festival, right? And Tyler was promoting a special guest. The crowd was thinking it was going to be Frank Ocean. So the whole time leading up to, they're like, oh, Frank Ocean's a special guest. Oh, Frank Ocean's a special guest, because Frank Ocean never been there. So then when Drake comes out, like, oh, this is a special guest, they're like, boo, we don't want you. We want Frank Ocean. They're not realizing that, okay, Frank Ocean's not here, but we got Drake.
Yeah.
The biggest artist in the world is Drake.
Right. Like, I can understand from like a little bit of their point of view. Like they wanted, the entire crowd wanted Frank Ocean.
I would love to have Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
I'd love to, but would I rather hear Novocaine or would I rather hear like Nonstop right now? Like, of course, I would love to hear Novocaine because Novocaine's amazing. But after he plays it, I'm like, damn, I would really love to have Drake here because Drake has a long list of songs that he would perform and I would go crazy.
Long list. It's like I can't believe that actually happened.
Right? Like I'm like, no, nothing adds up.
Like that's
really
fake.
Like, he's getting booed off. It's like, who else can?
Right?
Anybody can if Drake does.
For real. Like, who made that okay? Like, you're getting Drake on top of the person that you paid to see. Like,
you know how much it costs to book Drake? You got to see that for the price of. Let's just say the most expensive ticket was, I don't know, $300. You got to see Drake. You got a whole Drake set for $300, bro. I'd have been ecstatic.
Yeah, same.
Ecstatic. How much Drake shows cost at the Garden?
Yeah. Well, it's definitely well worth it though. I never saw him at the Garden, but I saw last time I saw Drake was like 2011, I think.
Still, great show.
Yeah. Great show, yeah.
Great show.
It was at
PNC.
Right.
PNC in like a pouring rainstorm in the grass. Like people were like mud fighting and stuff. It was wild. Yeah, it was wild.
Right. 2011 was a wild time. Not gonna lie to you.
Not wild enough for me to be mud fighting at a concert. Like
I might have mud fight at a concert in 2011. I was like, how old was I in 2011? No. I was like 14, 15.
Were you mud fighting at this concert?
I slipped on the hill and like everyone started like laughing at me. I was like, I think I got into a fight with like one of my first girlfriends. And I like stormed off and I slipped down the hill and like rolled. Completely ruined like everything I was wearing. And like
no, forget what you was wearing. The point it wasn't. Dude, I was supposed to argue and storm off and look cool.
Nah, yeah.
Look cool. And
I was rolling down the hill and like, everyone was like pointing too, and I was just like,
as you were rolling, you was like, fuck.
I was like, shut up.
Did she at least come and console you after? Like,
no. I actually lost him for a while after that. I didn't know where I was. I was like, I rolled into like Wizard of Oz or something. I don't even know. Like,
oh my god.
Felt like I wasn't even at PNC after that fall.
That is unacceptable. Like, come on, like your man's rolling down the hill. Whatever we were upset about, can't wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, but like, and now at this point, y'all not about to laugh at my man's now. Now I'm gonna get him and I'm gonna yell at y'all.
Everybody.
He was probably laughing too. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know.
How'd you make it back home?
I found them finally like later on, but it was like dead silent in the car. Yeah, covered in mud. Like everyone was soaked. It was fucking.
At least I got to see Drake though.
Yeah.
At least I got to see Drake.
He shot us out from the stage.
See, it was well worth it. The mud, and the argument.
The people in the lawn. That's thank you in the pouring rain. I was like, I guess, man.
I guess I'll accept this. So what can we expect from Young Money moving forward?
Just more heat, hopefully. Hopefully I can continue to like match the stuff I've been putting out. I think my engineer is only getting better. I want to start getting more exclusive beats, because like I don't really have a producer right now. So I would definitely want to get that taken care of, and just hopefully keeping the storytelling going and whatnot. I have a lot of content I have saved up right now. Okay. I actually recorded yesterday my first like full singing track. So it sounds like different, but I think that might be a good thing,
How is that for you to hear your voice for the first time doing a whole singing track?
Honestly, it was like it didn't, like, when he played it back, I was like, oh, that really doesn't sound too bad. I mean, slapped a little auto-tune on it and then, like, you know, manually adjusted it, and it was just like, all right, like, this could definitely be like a good track, I think. So,
right.
You know, we'll see where that takes us, really.
Any videos?
Yeah, that too. Working on a video right now. Just got to get the location kind of set up, because it's going to be what the directors have in mind is a one take. So like that, you know, Wiz Khalifa, like We Dem Boys types video.
Super dope.
Yeah. So
that's fire. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, we're just trying to get the location set, because like it's probably going to be in like an apartment building. Yeah. And with a rooftop, so we got to go from like the bottom floor to the top and have that all like have permission for that and stuff. So
the paperwork, the black and white.
Yeah,
the most exciting
the real
part.
fun.
Yeah, right. The most exciting part.
Please keep beating us down with the music. Beat us down with the promotion.
Yes.
People shouldn't get on Instagram and not see a post from you.
Yeah.
Just stay in people's faces all the time. That's probably the most important thing.
Yeah.
Don't let them open that app and not see you.
Yeah, for sure. I know. It's definitely got to stay relevant with it.
Yeah. I'm gonna let everybody know where to find you on your social media handles.
One Young Benny, and that's my Instagram, and that's all I really have. I gotta get a Twitter or something.
In due time.
Yeah.
Twitter's dope. It's not for everyone, but it's dope.
I don't even know how to work it. To be honest with you, I never had it. I never even went on it.
Instagram is like the image, and then Twitter is like your brain.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it.
Yeah, it's kind of what it is. Yeah.
If you want everybody to see what's up in here, you go for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for coming to Champions
Thank
Corner.
you for having me.
Yes,
I really appreciate it. I had fun.
I'm glad. Yeah. Shout out to you guys for tuning in to yet another episode of Champions Corner here at LRM Network. We will see you guys next week.
Man, it's always really been the hardest part, so I don't even know where I'ma go and start. I fell swinging in the ring for you like Owen Hart. I watched us grow together, then I watched us grow apart. I'm searching in the light, but now it's going dark. I haven't seen you in so long, I don't know who you are. I spit this shit while I was sipping that Pinot Noir. Grand damn, goddamn, always loving your car. And yeah, you picked me up, we would slide through the park. We almost burned the whole thing down, remember that spark? Our friendship, yeah, that shit was a masterful art. That seemed like yesterday, but now that shit seeming so far. I went my different way up on them football fields. You was popping football pills and looked like you start missing meals. I should've been a better friend and told you what was real. Instead, I watched you snorting all that powder up them fucking bills. And I know that you hurtin', that's just how you heal. But I thought we had a deal, so this is how I fucking feel. We supposed to grow together like we buddy Betsy. Haven't been talking in a minute, fuck it, I'll text them next week. Yeah, why they let me go? Someone gotta tell me why you let me go. And if you want me back, you gotta let me know. Cause I ain't gonna be here forever. Yeah, why they let me go? Someone gotta tell me why you let me go. And if you want me back, you gotta let me know. Cause I ain't gonna be here forever. Yeah, I'm searching for my purpose, and I don't want any light shining through these curtains. I'm dark-minded, yeah, I'm really hurting. Gut feeling, stomach turning. Friends text me, say it's urgent, but I curve it.